Hey guys, how's it going? Redneck Stacker here. I just kind of wanted to do this video just to kind of explain to people, or certain ways that you can grow a business, or get the word out about a business. So for myself, I do a lot of scrap removal, scrap metals and such. As you guys see here, we got some copper pipe and a radiator, and I got a AC in that in the back I just picked up at this location. And I asked the person, how'd you hear about me? And they said, well, one of your flyers was passed to us through a friend. So again, guys, I just want to kind of go over a little bit and just kind of explain some things about advertising. I will be showing my flyers in just a moment here. But other ways that you can advertise a business. You can go online, do it through Craigslist, or in Canada we call it. We got a site called Kijiji. You can advertise. Whatever your business is. For me, I'm going to use scrap because that's my business. So, I just put on the ad. Free scrap metal pickup, anything over 10 items. A list of things that I pick up. And what areas I pick up in. Also, I put a small little ad in the newspaper as well. But I gotta say, the biggest thing is word of mouth. Okay, so always be respectful when you go to a client or a customer's house. Um, you know, Try to pick up whatever items as quickly as you can, as professionally as you can, and as respectful as you can. Um, because then you're more likely to, get a second phone call. Um, Now, ways they can contact you, is through email. If you put your phone number on there, um, you know, stuff like that as well. So I'm going to show you guys my flyers and just kind of explain a little bit about them and why I do it the way I do it. And, hopefully, it might help out some people down the road who watch this video as well. So let me just flip around my camera here and yeah, see if I can do that. All right, guys. So here is my flyer here. So I have tape over personal information and stuff, but basically it's the name of the company, what you're looking for. So scrap metal and e-waste removal. And, I just put on there, we work in a professional manner, building a report with our clients as we strive to please them with our outstanding services. That just shows them that you care. You care about what you do, the business that you're doing, and just makes it look more professional. So down here it says, if you have 10 or more items, we will provide free pickups. Now, the reason why I put that is because a lot of people, would call me and they'll be like, you know, I only got a stove, or I only got a barbecue, or, et cetera, et cetera. Now, for like small items, I will pick them up, but normally I charge like a $5 or $10 fee or something just to kind of make my gas. But, if you put 10 or more items with a free pickup, then you're able to do it for free if it's local, because it'll cover your gas and then some. Um, and then on top of that too, for the bigger companies, it looks more professional. It makes them look like it makes yourself look like you're more professional. That you can handle larger amounts, et cetera, et cetera. For instance, I got some schools that I pick up from. They call me when they got like 30 or 60 PCs with monitors and TVs and all that, and I pick them up for free. I also have HVAC companies, that give me air conditioners, central air units, furnaces, lots of copper pipe, stuff like that. So, it just, again, it just, it's for the professional purpose, makes it look professional, makes it look like you know what you're doing, and you have the knowledge behind it. So and it's also under here, it's got my name, my number, my email address, you know. So on the back, again, try to be descriptive of what you pick up. Um, and just give like a small variety of things that you pick up. That way they can kind of, you know, for instance, with offices, like businesses, stuff like that. Well, they may not have auto parts or, you know, certain kind of stuff. So, like motors, lawnmowers, stuff like that, batteries, they may not have that. But, I've had offices call me and say, oh, we have a stove in the kitchen that broke down, or we have a microwave, toasters, coffee makers, bunch of cans, bunch of pop cans, stuff like that, So that's kind of, so you're not just going for big companies, you're going for the small companies as well, and your everyday person as well. So this is my scrap metal. As you see, we got appliances, auto parts, scrap metal, microwaves, etc., etc. And then this down here is the e-waste. Okay, this is more for, yes, your everyday people, but you're kind of aiming for like schools, um, cable companies, stuff like that. So as you see, I got TVs, computers, laptops, monitors, printers, scanners, keyboards, computer mice, cables, circuit boards, lamps, clocks, flashlights, calculators, phones, answering machines, digital cameras, video recorders, radios, VCR, DVD player, cell phones, all that stuff. So that just kind of gives them a general idea of what you take, so that way they know, and as they're going through their office supplies or whatever, they can kind of refer to the list and so forth. Obviously, there's many more stuff that I take, but this is just kind of a general knowledge, I guess you call it. But yeah, guys. So on top of that flyer, I hand these out kind of like if I'm in the area and I pick up something, I just kind of hand these out. If I'm driving by a school that I haven't already dropped one off to, I will stop there, go into the office, talk to the principal or the maintenance guy or whatever, and I will give them this flyer. Um, it's always good just to kind of get out there and pound the pavement, knock on doors, and introduce yourself and your business. And you never know, you might hand out 100 flyers, but you may only get 5 phone calls. But them 5 phone calls, they add up, right? So also, when I'm out street scrapping, I have my business card as well. So as you can see there, it says scrap metal, electronics, television, computers, appliances, pop cans, auto parts, and wiring. That's just a smaller list of items that I take. But yeah, so again, we also do demo and cleanouts as well. But yeah, so this is just the card that I always carry around in my wallet. I carry a few of these, so that way when I'm out and about, grocery shopping, whatever, then I can hand these out or pin them up on posts or stuff like that at grocery stores. Another way to advertise that I'm looking into is getting a magnetic sign for my truck, for the doors and the back, for the tailgate. That way when I'm driving, it's being advertised all day long. Because I'm usually in my truck between 12 and 18 hours a day doing what I do. So, everywhere I go, people are going to see it. And then just word of mouth, right? Word of mouth is key in this business, or really in any business. People will hear about it. If people like your services and like your product and like what you're doing, they're gonna tell a friend, right? And then that friend's gonna tell a friend, and the next thing you know, 20 people know about it, and then them 20 people are gonna go tell their friends. Next thing you know, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s of people are gonna know about your company. And that's kind of how I grew this business as big as I've grown it. I've been doing this for, I'd probably say 20 years now, off and on. And, I'm pretty steady. I mean, I get up at 6 o'clock every morning, 7 o'clock every morning, and I work till about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, just doing pickups. So really the weekends are really the only time I have to tear this stuff apart and stuff like that. um, but it can be a lucrative business if you put the time into it, right? But key is you got to spend money to make money, right? You got to have the tools. um, you got to have some form of advertising. um, you know I mean, I never really used to do flyers, but the reason why I started to, and I'm glad I did, because um, things were really slow, and so I made up some flyers and some business cards, and you know, the word started getting around a lot more, and it seems more that I've done that and started to advertise, my business is going a lot better than what it was, tenfold. So word of mouth, advertising, that's kind of the way to do it, guys. And those are just some cheap, simple ways to do that. Um, you know, I think I paid maybe $100 to get the design made and for my card and my flyer, and I only pay like $30 for I think 100 of them. Um, so I mean, it works out in the long run. I mean, I definitely make more than that in a day. So it pays for itself, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, as long, and that can be with any business, if you're building computers, or, um, being a plumber, or, what have you, being a roofer, you know, um, that pretty much applies to it all, right? Is advertise, and word of mouth, and just be professional about it, right? I mean, put the time and the effort and the work into what you're doing in order to make it worthwhile. But anyways, guys, um, I just wanted to make this quick video just to kind of talk about it, and yeah. So hopefully that helped people. If not, I apologize. But if it did help you or give you kind of any insight on anything, leave a comment down below. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.